The abacus originated from China about 3,000 years ago. In Asia, the abacus is still used a lot for primary education. The abacus helps with calculating in addition and subtraction. The name abacus comes from a Greek word abax, meaning slab. A slab is a broad, flat, thick piece of stone, wood, or other solid materials. It may be because counting was once done with pebbles placed in a hollow slab. The abacus consists of a rectangular metal frame with horizontal rods. Beads made of stone, wood, or ivory with holes in the middle, so they could pass through the rods. Counting is done by shifting the beads from one place to another. The abacus has several columns. The furthest to the right represents ones, the next one tens, then the hundreds, and so on. Napier's bones. John Napier, a Scottish mathematician, developed a device having a set of rods made out of bones. The device was used for calculating multiplication. Since the device uses bones, it was invented by John Napier. They called it Napier's bones. Blaise Pascal was a French mathematician born on 19th June 1623. When he was only 19 years old, he invented a calculating machine called Pascaline. It was the first mechanical digital calculator that can perform addition and subtraction on whole numbers. It had a system of interlocking rotating cogwheels. Each wheel had 10 segments. When one wheel completes a rotation, the next wheel moves by one segment. Pascal patented this machine in 1647. Analog computers are different from the modern digital computers. In analog devices, different quantities are represented in various physical ways, such as by position of a rotating wheel, the distances between points in a surface, or by different voltages. In 19th century, the early days of computing, almost all computers used analog devices. Analog computers use simple devices, even they are mechanically complicated. It worked on a decimal decade system using rows of 10 position wheels. Each wheel rotated one position for each complete revolution to the right, like in a milliometer. Wheels reversed for subtraction, and the mechanical linkages allowed multiplication and division. A French inventor, Joseph Marie Jacquard, born in 1752 and died in 1834, introduced a new weaving loom in 1805. This loom used series of cards with holes punched in different positions to produce different desired patterns in weaving. This loom was widely used in the whole world. The difference machine. Jacquard's weaving system using punch cards attracted many scientists. British mathematician Charles Vivant from 1871 to 1992, inspired by the punch cards idea, he developed an idea of using punch cards to input data. He worked on the idea for more than 10 years to resolve the complicated calculation. He faced many difficulties. Babbage continued his efforts and put forward an idea of a machine that can do 60 calculations per second. Therefore, Babbage is often considered as father of the modern computers. Babbage couldn't succeed in materializing his ideas because of the many problems he faced in his way. But on his 200th birth anniversary, 1st November 1991, the scientists and engineers the first programmer, Ada Augusta King, born in 1850, died in 1852, daughter of Lord Byron, was the personal associate of Charles Babbage. She suggested binary data storage and wrote the first computer program for the difference machine. The ADA software was named after her. George Boole, born in 1815, died in 1864, was a self-taught English mathematician. Even though he had no university degree, he was appointed professor of mathematics at Queen's College in 1849. He developed a two-value binary algebra using ones and zeros, where ones represented true or on, and zero represents false or off. All values American inventor Herman Hollerith, born in 1860, died in 1929, developed a punch card system for storing and retrieving data. Hollerith developed a punch card that would contain data coded in the form of punched holes. He also built a tabulating machine to read the cards and processing. American mathematician Claude Shannon, born in 1960, in his master's degree thesis in 1937, suggested ones and zeros of binary systems can be considered on and off position of the flow of the current. Two small and speedy electrically operated switch operated on a small current was needed to make this idea. It was designed specially for the purpose of solving systems of simultaneous equations. Electronical numerical integrator and calculator, ENIAC. The computer has 18,000 volts, consuming 100 kilowatts of power and weighed several tons.